What's going on, everyone? Sal here. Want to make this quick video and post it onto my YouTube page because I was really disturbed in what I saw in the movie Black Panther. This page isn't about comics. It's not about Black Panther. It's about stocks and investing and trading. If you're interested in that, subscribe. Otherwise, just enjoy this video because I'm not going to make any more videos about Black Panther. This is just my opinion. If you're easily triggered, I suggest you probably don't watch this video. If you haven't seen the movie, I suggest you don't watch this video. Black Panther, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, is probably the most anti-Black American movie I've ever seen. The movie is literally anti-Black American. I'm thinking as an African, mother being from Africa, father being from Africa, grandmothers, grandfathers, both sides. Grew up here in the States, been to the continent several times, several different countries. If you're a child who saw this movie yesterday in Nigeria, in Ghana, in South America, in Kenya, and many of the other African countries it was released this week, you don't leave the movie with a very positive framework for how you see African American people, Black Americans, whichever you want to call them, and I'll say both throughout my video. I don't think you leave with a seeing them in a good light. What their values are, what they stand for. I mean, the movie does a good job of painting these people as crazy. Because you got to understand, the most identifiably Black American character in this movie is Killmonger. And Killmonger, as someone who grew up in America, I went to school with Killmonger. I've worked jobs with Killmonger. I went to college, high school with Killmonger, played football with Killmonger. Go to the barbershop, I see Killmongers. These are people that I see. And I see him every day in my life. And I think to see the movie make him out to be crazy was just kind of sad. It's really sad. And to see certain people, particularly African Americans, say this is a great movie and this is a very dangerous movie in my opinion. It's a very dangerous movie. In a time where we're seeing now more than ever African Americans talking about going back to Africa to start a business or to start over. This is a dangerous movie because it basically says, be careful, beware of them. The guy shows up, again, the African American character, and he literally turns the country into chaos. What is that saying? What is that? What are you saying? What are you really saying there? Marvel? And I'm going to jump around a little bit because I got to get to this CIA situation. How in the world can this be a Black excellence movie when a CIA agent is played into the role of a hero? I mean, do we not know the kind of history that the Central Intelligence Agency has with the African American community, where the CIA has actively participated in taking the lives of young Black people who tried to fight against systematic oppression in the United States of America? Are the Wakandans not smart enough to know that the Central Intelligence Agency has participated in killing democratically elected leaders in Africa? Are they not smart? I mean, Shuri, the smartest woman in the world, as described in the comic books, T'Challa's sister, Shuri, she saves the CIA officer's life. Now, if she's the smartest woman in the world, she should know this guy ain't worth saving. The people he worked for are some evil ass people. So I don't know what that's about. You know, I don't know what that's about. So I don't know why are we getting dressed up to this movie for? You know, I don't understand why we're getting dressed up to this movie, because I didn't see anything to get excited about. When I watched this movie, I was like, oh my God, I don't know about this. You know, shout out to the fact that some of the black women I've seen on social media, they feel that they can see some relatable things in some of the black women in Black Panther. I don't know how. I don't see how, because there's not a single Wakandan woman that I saw that honestly would have a conversation with the black American woman. I didn't see one. You got to remember, how do they treat the most identifiable African American character in the movie? They othered him throughout the whole movie. So how can you see yourself in a Shuri? How can you see yourself in a Okoye? You know, and a little sneak dissing in the weaves and stuff like that, where you know, a lot of African American women wear, you know, weaves in their hair. You know, right or wrong, you know, it's their preference. I don't see those two characters sitting there coming to the barbecue chilling with African Americans. They're not coming to the cookout. Ain't nobody from Wakanda coming to the cookout. Let's just be honest. If you are an African American, you identify with Killmonger. You know? And Killmonger probably identifies with you. And he does identify with you. Shuri, real quick on Shuri, because I know a lot of the talented 10th types are going to push Shuri as this kind of, you know, picture that if you're a young black girl, you can identify with. And no, she's not. Shuri probably went to a school where she has everything she needs to be successful. Are young black girls going to school with everything they need to be successful? Are young black girls going to school with teachers who honestly are committed to seeing them do their best? That's not what the statistics say. We still got a long way to go to educating black women in America. You know? I was very disappointed with this movie. I know I'm jumping all over it a bit because I just felt like it could have been so much better. I think the representation that everybody's lauding is, I don't see it. I honestly don't see it. I think if you're a young African American child, I don't see how you can look at T'Challa and say that could be me. I don't see it. I don't see how you could look at Shuri if you're a young black girl and say that could be you. I don't see how you can look at Okoye as a black woman and say that could be you. Yes, there have been some sisters who've gone down, given their lives for the fight. I agree with that. But Okoye is not letting you come into her country. Okoye is not going to give you a pass into Wakanda. You know? You got to understand, the last hour of the movie is spent with the Wakandans doing everything they can to stop Killmonger from helping oppressed black people. Now, in the end, they say, well, we're going to open a community center, because that's the thing. Oh, we'll open a community center. We don't need community centers. They need equality. They need it now. We don't need community centers. We've done a community centers for over 100 years. YMCAs, all that. They've done the community center thing. They need real active political, engagement that leads to substantial economic equality. You know. Anyway, it's your boy Sal. Very disturbing movie. I know my thoughts are all over the place. I really hope I put it together the way I only know how, and that you get where I'm coming from. Oh, and by the way, Killmonger, by the way, because so many black men love him, they're trying to make him out to be homophobic. Let me show you guys what they're talking about on Killmonger. This is what they're saying on Killmonger. All right, let me look at this. I just know Killmonger ass was homophobic. This is why T'Challa was superior in the comics too. He loves all black people, cis, chet, whatever that is, and LGBT. Not true, by the way. Absolutely not true. I mean, they're literally just lying on the guy now. You know, they're literally just lying on the guy. I'm certain Killmonger is also homophobic. Here's this guy responding. His characterization was really clever like that. He's a physical manifestation of toxic masculinity. What? Toxic masculinity. Interesting. Very interesting. So now Killmonger, the most uniquely black, right? Black American. Now he's homophobic. Just because he's a black man. There's no sex scene in the movie. There's no real kissing scene in the movie. We're just gonna make shit up. All right? He's black. You know, he's a heterosexual, so he's got to be homophobic. You know, it's just we're just gonna, Gay Lives Matter is just making that up now. They're just, and T'Challa, he accepts all black people. Let me tell you something, right? As a Congolese, let me tell you something right now. There is not a single African leader right now that will go on in front of any camera and say he supports homosexuality. That's a fact. Let me tell you something right now. Now look, there may be people in Africa right now who practice homosexuality. There is not a single African country right now that allows homosexual marriage, from what I know. Not one. There's not a single leader. There's not a single political party in Africa that has homosexuality, that is in charge of a country, by the way, that has homosexuality, LGBT, whatever, on their platform. Not one. That would be the end. That would be the end of their support. Africa's got a long way to go in terms of homosexuality and how it's perceived. We've got maybe another 100 years to go of that. It's not going to happen in your lifetime. The traditions of it's just so ingrained, and then there's a lack of investment. This is all talk, really. This is really all kind of talk. It's really all talk. This movie was so disturbing on so many levels. I can get a little bit deeper into it in terms of, how the Wakandans were protecting the system, but I don't want to go into that too much. I don't want to go into that. I think it's the wrong venue for that. I think so. It's already the wrong venue that I'm posting it on here, but I wanted my feelings out there. It's your boy Sal. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, take care. I'm out.